All right, so this is from Dejection, the sixth section. There was a time when, though my path was rough, this joy within me dallied with distress. So this was the kind of time that he felt that there was a kind of destruction of his um, joy, um, that his this kind of storm that comes on him and into his path was a rough storm, a rough time, and he, I think, um, his mind, though he feels this loss of joy, I think it's still he feels in his infant kind of stage, um, and his muse is helping him get over some of this stress. And all misfortunes were but as the stuff where fancy makes me dreams of happiness. So this is his kind of like a reason for, or this stuff that he's he's being a poet about, his imagination, using his imagination and to battle, I guess, in a sense, these this this outcome of what he's feeling. For hope grew round me like the twining vine, and fruits and foliage, not my own, seemed mine. His sense of outsideness, and he's multiplying in a way his hope, or he had multiplied his hope a long time ago, um, and knew what was happening to him from a distance of, and knows now um, what how things did appear, but I think he knows that things have changed and that he must learn to cope better. But now afflictions bow me down to the earth, nor care I that they rob me of my mirth. So he's actually taking another step, accepting and making friends with the necessity of um, his pain, that bows him down to the earth, and he's at that point now, or at least this in this phase of his life, that his poetic vocation matters even more than life itself. But oh, each visitation suspends what nature gave me at my birth. So, one thing I think that you can look at in his poetry, in his art, um, is the sense that there is a kind of catastrophe, um, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful catastrophe when he writes about it, but not as he was living it. My shaping spirit of imagination. So his romanticism, um, that he has this sense of wildness, of the spirit of him and of his surroundings, um, that are shaped by himself as a poet, um, from his pains. For not to think of what I needs must feel, but to be still and patient all I can, and haply by abstruse research to steal from my own nature all the natural man. So he's going back to trying to feel instead of think, um, to try to, instead of organize the world, just be more of a part within it, to be within the world, still in this case, and almost almost as if the world is teaching him. So he's patient. All I can, and happily, by abstruse research to steal for his vocation from my own nature all the natural man. So pretty much it's kind of there's a not really a problem but a paradox, I think, that he's engaging nature as a part of him, but I don't think you can. I think he's identifying so much with nature that he doesn't split the nature from the man himself, or he doesn't know how to separate the two, or doesn't want to. So he doesn't look at nature as something not of himself because he is human and that is nature, that there's a difference. This was my sole resource, my only plan, till that which suits a part infects the whole, and now is almost grown the habit of my soul. So, this goes back to his spirit of harvesting what he can find that is left in nature for his poem, and how it affects him, his imagination. But I don't think he's really feels he needs to try too hard or prepare. And it's a symbol of I would say that a symbol of a kind of sickness of his, and the it's not one that he's going to take revenge out onto the time, but he does feel a sense of experience has brought him a learning, a maturity, and it's opposite from these innocent experiences he had before with his body, and in that case, he shows us exactly better what those experiences were that affect his spirit in this way.